Hello, welcome to How to Get High Paying Clients. I'm Dallas McMillan. I'm a marketing consultant and a sales coach. I specialize in high value client attraction and enrollment, and I've put this training together for you if you are a coach, a consultant, or a professional and you want to grow your business by getting more high paying clients. And what that's really about is getting more sales, better clients, and higher prices for what you do. Now, if that sounds good to you, let's get stuck into it. So in this talk, I'm going to show you how to find, attract, and enroll high-paying clients online. I'll share with you the top 20 ways to find high-paying clients. And look, there's nothing for sale in this training, but I will take you through my whole process that I go through with clients. And if you'd like to know more about that, I'll let you know how you can do that at the end. So you will want to stay to the end because I'll be giving you my high-paying client guide, which has all the slides and steps I share in this presentation. And so take the time now to just invest 15 minutes, get a pen and paper, turn off any distractions, and we'll dive right in and you can work this out yourself. Okay, why high value clients? Why are we after these high paying clients anyway? Well, as I said, it's about getting paid better for what you're already doing, working with better clients who are going to respect you, work better with your process and get better results, and really let you do your best work and work at the highest level, doing the type of transformative work that you love and building a great reputation as an expert in your field. So there's lots of benefits to working with high paying clients that go beyond just the obvious financial advantage. There's benefits for the client as well, because when people are paying you a premium price for what you do, they're investing in the very best. They've decided they're going to get things done properly, get it right the first time, and so they go in with a very different attitude. This means they're more committed and they tend to get better results. These high-paying clients are often better resourced. They've got other aspects of their business or their life organized so that you can deliver better results. So the outcomes are a win-win all around. Let's talk briefly about the fundamentals of high-value client attraction. So one of the key things I like to get into people's head very early on is that if you want high-paying clients, you need to solve a big problem for one ideal client, someone who really wants that problem solved and is prepared to invest at a high level to get it fixed properly. And you need to be able to deliver massive and consistent results to those people. If you can do that, you can easily, consistently attract the same type of high-paying client again and again, which will take you to the ultimate goal that I help most of my clients with, which is building a high-value, scalable business. So once we've got that core value proposition in mind, solving this big problem for one specific person, we need to find those high-value clients. Where are they? How do we target and identify them? We need to work out an offer that gets them excited and interested in working with us and gets them to take action toward investing with us. And finally, we need to have a product ready to deliver, some sort of product, program, or service that's going to deliver the result, solve their problem, and deliver the result that we've promised in the offer. So that's the general overview of what we're trying to achieve in our marketing and sales to enroll these high-paying clients. So how do we find, attract, and enroll them? Well, I'm going to share now the top 20 methods for you to attract high-paying clients. Now, I'm going to start with a simple online and solo one, so things you can do yourself fairly quickly, and then I'll move into the more complex offline or collaborative ones that require more planning, more skills, more expertise, and more people. So let's get started. So here's the 20 steps, and I'll just go quickly through each one. I'll record some more advanced videos on each of these, which you can hunt down later. You'll just be able to Google how to get high-paying clients with blogging, for example, and you'll be able to find that video. But for now, let's just go through them quickly, one by one. So first of all, blogging. Look, blogging is just a document. You're writing information about your business, your customers, the problems you solve. It's a great way to get started because it's very easy and fast to start a blog. It also teaches you the importance of consistent content creation, and it opens the door to a whole lot of other types of online activity, because on a blog you can also share things like multimedia, you can interact with other bloggers, you can share it to your social media page. So it opens the door, and it's a great starting point for people wanting to get up and start it. Now note, this is different from your website. You might already have a website that's got an about page, a contact us page, etc. A blog is a dynamic, often updated document that tends to be more focused on solving problems or case studies or news or trending topics in your industry. So it's a much more on the pulse approach to having a website. Your blog can be on your website, or you can use a third-party blogging tool like Blogger or WordPress.com or Medium, or probably my favorite blogging platform, especially for people just getting started, is LinkedIn Publisher. It's a very if you've got a LinkedIn profile, you're ready to go with that, and it's probably the easiest way to get your content in front of your target market. So that's blogging. That's the first method. Method 2 is podcasting. So podcasts are all the rage lately. I think I've got about half a dozen clients who are actively podcasting at the moment. It's really taken off. Podcasts in many ways are just an auditory version of a blog. You can do interviews, you can do discuss particular topics that are of concern to your clients. So there's lots of ways to use podcasts, and I also include in here video interview style podcasts, which is what I do. It's one of my main ways of content creation. The great thing about podcasts is that people listen to them on the go. They listen to them on their phone. It's quite an intimate and direct experience. And if you're doing a podcast that positions you as the expert on solving a particular problem or as an industry leader, then it's a great way for people to quickly see you as an expert and to listen to you again and again. So there's lots of benefits to podcasting. Okay, number 3 is video marketing. So podcasts are all about audio. Video marketing is also one of my favorite ways to get clients online. And you'll see with these things, they're all very traffic oriented. And I'll talk a bit more about how we turn these sort of traffic methods into client conversion. But for now, we're sort of talking about the front end, how to get that attention. And videos are great because people search videos very often. Often it's people's preferred medium. Videos rank very high on Google search results, as well as within things like YouTube where people search them. Things like Facebook Live and other live streaming platforms are a great way to do video that are very popular and immediate. Again, very strongly trending at the moment. One thing I love about video is that you can easily repurpose the video into audio, into visuals by taking screenshots, into PowerPoint presentations if you're doing a video like this. And this is one of the main ways I create lots of topical content. So yeah, video is just a great tool because it's very fast to get up and running with. Once you get over the hurdle of hearing yourself or seeing yourself on camera, then it really is a fun medium to work with and that you can easily use to seed other content. Okay, the next method that I really like is webinars. So webinars are like a live streamed interactive event online. So you record something, typically a presentation a bit like this one, but then you stream it to people who are watching live. They can also be pre-recorded and replayed in a way that they're evergreen, so people can register to watch your webinar anytime and see it played in 5 minutes time or at 7 o'clock tonight. So that's an evergreen webinar or pre-recorded webinar. Live webinars have lots of advantages because you're creating a social interactive experience, which is great for both client attraction and understanding what people want, as well as for selling things. So webinars are a terrific way. With all these methods, they sort of need to be built into a funnel in order to turn into client attraction methods, but I will talk more about that later on. Okay, number 5, social media. This is probably one of the most popular ways to attract clients online. Most people are using social media to some extent in their business. Social media is great for building connection and developing a relationship and sort of getting your message out there. Just be aware that on the whole, the conversions won't happen on social media. Again, this is sort of more of a front-end marketing thing. Often you'll be using social media to bring people to your blog or to your webinar or some other interactive event. But there are also ways to use social media groups to prospect more actively. And it's an important part of your online client attraction system. Okay, number 6, I've got this LinkedIn prospecting. So because most of my clients are B2B coaches, consultants, and professional service providers, they're mostly working B2B, or their clients are already on a platform like LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is of special interest to them. A lot of the methods that I use on LinkedIn, we can do on Facebook as well. And I'll give a bit more detail on some of the ways we use Facebook, but I find that LinkedIn organic prospecting, so not using paid traffic, just using LinkedIn to get in front of your ideal clients, interact with people, build up your profile, build a network, and then attract and enroll clients from there is very effective. So definitely one of my favorite ways to get people started to quickly enroll their first few clients at a premium price point. Okay, number 7, Facebook groups. So again, there are LinkedIn groups as well. There are other online groups. I'm finding at the moment that Facebook groups is where the action is at. And here I'm talking specifically about being in other people's groups, like industry groups or local groups or interest area groups that are full of your ideal customers. So for example, I've got a client who is a marketer for a specific niche, and he can go into groups of people in that niche, which he's also involved in, obviously, and then he can prospect for them by being a helpful expert. And that's very much how I get a lot of my clients. Is I'm involved in masterminds and sort of expert topic groups on marketing, and if people are asking questions in there and I answer them, often that leads into them having more questions that I can point them to my existing content, or I can answer their questions on chat and then invite them to a phone call. So Facebook groups are a really powerful and free way to get clients online. You can also build your own groups. So obviously a Facebook group is a great way to go, a LinkedIn group, other online groups. Meetup groups is an awesome way to do a bit more of an offline or offline online blend. So building your own community, it's a lot more work than participating in other people's groups. So it's a long-term play, but it can be highly effective, and once you get it up and running, it can be really powerful for attracting clients online. Okay, email marketing. Email marketing is absolutely a mainstay of your online marketing efforts, and pretty much any method that you're using in the list here will be using email marketing to keep people connected to us and to follow up, and often to make the sale and handle transactional details. So although I've got this as a separate item, email marketing is involved in almost everything we're doing. With email marketing, I'm talking specifically about having a newsletter or a regular email or an email sequence that takes people through a series of steps. That means they build up an awareness of you and your brand and how you can help them. And then every now and then you can have some sort of call to action, inviting them to a strategy call or a webinar or some piece of conversion content. So email marketing is key. Number 10 is paid ads. So that might be Google AdWords or Facebook ads, anything where you're paying money to get your message in front of people. So in contrast to the earlier methods, obviously this one is going to cost you money. You're paying per interaction or per view or per click, and that means that it costs you money, but also it means you can quickly scale. So while a lot of the other methods previously are about content and online activity and interaction, which means that if you want to create more content, if you want more traffic from content, you've got to work harder on creating content. With ads, you can just turn up your ad spend. Now, a lot of people are allergic to spending money on ads, and I know I was for a long time, and spent a decade on organic lead generation. But once I really cracked the code on ads, then you realize just how powerful they are, because you can quickly test an idea, you can quickly get clients, and you can scale up very easily. So paid ads are essential. Number 11, guest blogging and podcasts. So I talked earlier about blogging and podcasts and some of the other content marketing options. As well as having your own blog or your own podcast, you can just go onto other people's. If there's someone who's in your industry who has a podcast on your topic or for your ideal market, then going on there and providing helpful tips or telling them about some hack or insight in your business or of your personal business journey, they can all be great ways to get your name and brand in front of people who don't already know you. So with your own podcast, you'll tend to find people who are already interested in you or already interested in the topic, by going on to other people's podcasts, you open yourself to a new audience. So it's a very powerful way to bring in a newer market and expand your reach. Number 12, a virtual summit. So a virtual summit is a little bit like a live multi-speaker event, but done online. So typically it's a series of webinars, or sometimes a series of audio interviews, some sort of live interactive event, sometimes pre-recorded, typically with 5, 10, 15, 20 different experts on a specific topic. So they're all providing high-end expertise around a general topic. And what that means is that people who are interested in that general topic will sign up and want to come along to see the experts on there. So the way this can get you clients is that you can either organize the virtual summit, you can run the event and invite, say, 10 guests to come on, interview them all, and then promote that summit and get people to sign up and then get on your list, onto your email list, and then market to them later to convert them into a client. Or you could be a guest on someone else's summit. So this is a bit like guest blogging. So in many ways, this is like a group webinar and has similar strategies to convert visitors into clients. Okay, number 13, networking. So we've talked already about social media, and that's the online side of networking. Obviously, there's a lot more to social media than just being on Facebook. It's actually the interaction that occurs, and it does occur in groups and through things like chat and interacting with people on these platforms. But there's the whole offline world as well. And while I focus on online and I'm a specialist in digital marketing, almost everything I teach, I like to say, well, here's the offline version, and do that as well, because often it's easier to attract and enroll clients offline. It's just less leverage than doing it online. But if you master the offline process, you'll often find your online efforts improve. And combining the two is incredibly powerful. So going to things like business networking events, industry events where your clients hang out, getting to know different people through things like Chamber of Commerce or BNI, those sort of organized networking events are all powerful ways to get in front of your ideal clients, tell them about what you do, and get them to come on board. Okay, number 14 is to write a book. Now, this could be a printed book, an ebook, or a Kindle book. Lots of my clients have written books, and what they find is that writing the book alone doesn't do it. You've got to market the book to get results. So generally this means that you're giving the book away to people, that you're running ads to a landing page promoting the book either as a free ebook download or as a free plus shipping funnel where people pay you, say, $5 or $10 to have the book posted, and you provide the book itself free. Having a book is fantastic because it positions you as an authority. If people read it, they go through and learn your method, and you can have calls to action. So it's a great piece of content marketing. And even if people don't read the book, they'll see you as an expert. So it often opens the door to things like getting speaking gigs, getting invited to podcasts, webinars, summits, guest blogging, etc. So it's no coincidence that the word authority has the word author in it. When you write a book, you are seen as an authority. So it's a very powerful positioning method, and with the right approach, it can be great for lead generation and getting clients. Number 15 is speaking. So here I'm generally talking about free speaking, where you attend events like a local networking group or an industry group, and you're invited to speak for free or perhaps with a fee, but the primary reason you're doing it is to make some sort of call to action for people to book an appointment with you or join a group or download something so they enter your sales process. So just being on stage, like writing a book, immediately positions you as an expert. It lets you share your ideas. The fact that you're on stage gives you massive social proof. The fact that people are in a group means that they know other people are interested too, and they're more inclined to take action often than if they're on their own. So speaking is a very powerful way to position yourself as an expert, and from there that attracts clients to you and makes them more likely to sign up. Number 16 is putting on live events. So here it's where rather than you turning up to someone else's stage, you book your own stage. That could be something like a multi-speaker event, or maybe it's a live seminar or a mastermind group or an implementation day. These are all terrific ways to get a group of people together interested in a specific topic, give them some quality education, and make a call to action at the end for them to sign up to become a client. So these events can be free or paid. Having a paid event means people are more likely to actually show up rather than just book and not turn up. And they're also pre-qualified to invest, so they're more likely to spend money at the end as well. Okay, number 17 is job boards. So one option to attract clients online is to go to some of the online job boards. So the ones that jump out are things like Upwork or Freelancer. I've used these extensively. I've probably spent well over $100,000 on Upwork over the last few years. I don't get a lot of clients through Upwork. I don't promote myself as a provider there, but I see a lot of people who are using Upwork, and a common strategy there is to provide a reasonably low entry price point offer, like an hourly offer doing consulting, and then from there selling some sort of package service off the back end, or just go in with your standard price. But be aware that job boards tend to be very competitive. A lot of people are price sensitive and they're basically price shopping, and unless your prices are reasonably low, it can be hard to get a gig unless you're really clear on your value proposition. Okay, number 18 is experts boards, and here I'm thinking of things like Clarity FM, and there are a heap of these that are in different industries. So each industry often has its own type of job board. I'm on a couple of consulting ones. There's a few that are sort of parasite networks to LinkedIn, where they sort of spam LinkedIn and try to get profiles, like try to get people to sign up and market themselves from there. Personally, I stick to LinkedIn and the specific industry job board. So Clarity FM is a great one for consultants in the sort of marketing or startup or expert space. And there are a lot of others as well, which I won't go into detail. Look, I haven't found I get a ton of leads from these, but I think they're good as a profile building exercise to have your name on a few of the most relevant ones to your industry. Number 19, referrals. So, of course, referrals are one of the very best ways to get clients, but a lot of people don't know how to use them to actually get more clients when they need them. And so you often need to specifically ask for referrals. It can be as simple as writing an email to your top 5 or 10 contacts saying, hey Bob, just reflecting on some of the work we've done together. Right now, looking to bring on 2 or 3 more high quality clients just like you. Can you recommend anyone? So that you're going to people who are already your ideal client. They've probably got colleagues or contacts or friends who could be great referrals, and asking specifically for the referral. You can also do that throughout your engagement and sales process. So for example, when you're onboarding clients, you could say, hey, do you know anyone else who would benefit from this? Maybe you even pay some sort of commission or give a gift or rebate for people who do that. And number 20, phone follow-up. So don't be scared to pick up the phone. So many people have had interactions with clients and customers and leads in the past, and then they don't follow them up. I know I'm guilty of this, where people have actually been almost ready to buy, and then you sort of get on to the next client. Obviously, when you've got a lot of leads coming in, it's easy for some of those ones to get lost in the fray, but often they're the easiest ones to turn into paying customers. So don't forget the phone. Don't forget your personal contact list, your group of friends, your Facebook network. It can be worth just scanning through those, and you'll see a couple of people who you should reach out to, and then you can say, hey Mary, at the moment I'm just looking for a new client. I remember we talked about someone who you knew who I might be able to help. Could you send their details through? Just pick up those loose ends, and often the phone is a fast and easy way to do it. Chat like Facebook Messenger, Skype, and LinkedIn chat I find great for this as well. It's really informal. It's not going to interrupt anyone, and most people, if you're already on first name terms, will respond very consistently. So there we go, the top 20 methods to get high value clients online. Now, any of these can be used to get high paying clients, but we need a system to then take those sort of marketing leads. That's what will come from that, is marketing leads. People who look like they could be good clients. How do we turn them from people who might be interested into paying clients? So in terms of, I'll go into that in detail now, but you're probably also wondering which method is right for you. What's the best approach for you? And really, it comes down to having the overall strategy in place before you choose the specific tactic. So you need to know who you're targeting, what your offer is going to be to them, how you're going to enroll them. That helps inform which of these methods will work the best. So start by getting clear on your value proposition. That means solving one problem for one person and delivering one amazing result in a consistent and profitable way. From there, we can work out who the high value client is, what we're going to offer them in order to get them to enroll, and what the product is that we're going to deliver in order to get those results. And then we can take them through a sales process. So I generally break it down to a 5-step sales process. And this is different from the funnel. This is actually the kind of the big chunky steps that people have to go through in order to go from stranger to buyer, regardless of what method you're using. So first of all, you want to target those high-paying clients. There's no point trying to spray everywhere with this. You need to figure out where those high-paying clients are and work out how you can target them. And then how are you going to attract them to come to you? You need some way to get them coming to you rather than you chasing them. That dramatically improves your results. Then we need to know how to lead them into a buying conversation. So this process, generally called lead generation, is turning browsers into buyers. People who have been attracted in and they're interested, they're looking. We want them to put their hand up and say, I want to have a sales conversation with you. I want to have a talk to you about working with you and what you can do for me. Once we've got that lead, we want to evaluate them and make sure they're the right kind of person for us to sell to, that they're ready, that they've got money, that they're the decision maker, that we can help them, and that they're ready to act now. If those things aren't in place, then we're probably going to waste our time talking to them. So having this evaluation step in place, generally something like an application form or a quick call to qualify them on the phone before we have the full sales call. That also tells us what we should be selling them, because people are at different stages or have different needs. And if we know what we're going to be selling them at the end before we start the call, we can structure our sales call much better. And then finally, we've got the sales step, the sales conversion on the phone, where we take them through a process to work out what they need, where they are, where they want to get to, what help they need, and whether we can help them or not. If we can share the next steps for them to work with us and enroll them on the phone, or take them through our normal sales process, for example, with a proposal or whatever you normally use to sign up clients. So that's the general steps to work out your sales process. From there, you want to test and validate the process. So generally we start working one-on-one, when I'm teaching clients to do this, we get our first few clients one-on-one, often using something like LinkedIn, where we've got great targeting. We test and validate the process and make sure that we're choosing the right people, that we're able to attract them, that they're interested, they're turning into qualified leads, and we can close them on the phone. Once we know we can do that, then we can scale our lead generation and our marketing to bring in a lot more clients. And we do that with some sort of funnel that basically lets us automate and leverage our time so we can get more results in less time. So we build out a funnel to automate and scale. And if you're not sure what I mean by a funnel, I'll just quickly take you through a simple sales funnel that we use to attract and enroll high value coaching clients. So first of all, we run an ad to a landing page, then to some sort of video or education event. We have them apply, then we get them onto the phone to enroll them, and then if they're a good client, we sign them up. Okay, so a bit more detail. Often we'll use something like a Facebook ad or an email or a blog post to get our message in front of lots of potential customers. Then we'll send them to a landing page where they enter their name and email, which means they've now become a marketing lead. We know who they are and we can keep reaching out to them later. After they fill that out, we take them to a thank you page where we have a message saying, hey, thanks for downloading that free gift or guide that I've prepared for you. Here's something else that you should know about using it, and here's how you might be able to get started with this in your business. If you'd like to learn more about this, you can sign up with me and just click the button to apply for a call. So we take them from a video to an application, and then we get them to qualify so we can evaluate them, make sure they're a good client before we talk to them. Then we can take them to an enrollment conversation, and then we can sign them up and get them booked into the program. So that's how we do it in our business and for our clients. So if you want help with any of this, if you want help implementing your sales process or building funnels, I help coaches, consultants, and professionals to enroll high-paying clients. I offer coaching. So I've got a group coaching program. We'll take you through this to get it working for your business. I also do consulting where I work with high-end clients and companies one-on-one, and we also do done-for-you services where we build out funnels or do lead generation campaigns sort of on a monthly basis. So if you're interested in this, you must already have a valuable product, program, or service. So this isn't generally for you if you don't already sell something valuable. You've got to deliver massive results to clients too. So there's a lot of people out there online who are saying, oh, you just run a webinar and you'll make a fortune. You need some tangible deliverable in to work with us. We don't sort of sell get rich quick schemes or become a instant internet celebrity type stuff. You've really got to have some sort of professional offering. You must be ready, willing, and able to invest in yourself. And you must be an action taker. So if that sounds like you can book a call with myself or one of my high ticket sales specialists. So as I said, the criteria are you must be a coach, consultant, or professional, already have an existing product or service, you want to enroll more clients at premium prices, and you're willing to invest in growing your business. If that sounds like you, then I'd like to invite you to apply. Go to highvaluesales.com/apply, or just click the button below. And on that call, I'll work out where you're at, what you need, whether we can help you. If there's a fit, I'll let you know some of the ways you can work with us. So I hope you found that really helpful. I hope you're all fired up about going and getting started with your high paying client attraction. As I said, I've emailed you this guide, the blueprint to take you through this steps, so the slides and everything I've shared with you. And if you've got any questions, you can just hit reply to one of my emails or leave a comment below. So thanks again for your time. I really look forward to seeing you on the strategy call if you're ready to start enrolling more high paying clients in your business. And otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.